Welcome to Vortexa Innovation Week's Global Customer Day. We are thrilled to show you the latest innovations in energy and freight analytics, at the very edge of what's possible today by combining deep industry and technology. Everything Vortexa does is to empower you, traders, analysts, charters, and operators, to do their very best work in the energy and freight markets. Together with our clients and partners, we are playing an essential role in society by efficiently allocating energy globally. The world needs us now more than ever. There's no other way for us to sustain lives of 10 billion people in the next 20 years while urgently transitioning to new forms of energy. Technology and innovation have always been how humanity has faced and overcome all existential challenges in our history. This time is no different. But we do need to really innovate faster in both the energy and freight markets so we can rise to the challenge of our generation. Innovation Week is Vortexa's initiative to help us accelerate our path. During those 3 days, more than 1,000 people are joining us from all over the world in a first-of-its-kind event, mixing a physical, immersive experience in London along with this digital session you're watching now. Discover how the next generation of analytics can really unlock an immense value for you and make our markets more efficient. Infinite possibilities and opportunities have already been opened by Vortexa's real-time and predictive analytics. Today, we will show you only a few examples using our energy and freight platforms to fire up your imagination. After all, you are the ones shaping the future of our industry.
The global oil and gas supply chain is becoming increasingly complex and volatile. Vessels carry cargo from different countries, some transferred via ship-to-ship operations, also whilst other vessels go dark to hide their activities. Physical and financial energy market players are therefore increasingly in need of a complete picture of this rapidly changing and ever-evolving ecosystem. Here at Vortexa, we strive to provide unprecedented access to global waterborne oil and gas flows. Hence was born the Vortexa platform for energy flows analytics. By combining advanced machine learning models with human expert intelligence, we are able to process more data than ever before, producing a platform that opens the market with the most complete real-time view of waterborne energy flows. Our innovations in the space empower energy traders and shipping companies with intelligent insights to shape their strategic and commercial decisions, while supporting these market players to enable market efficiency and sustainability. Many of our valued clients and partners are physical traders and analysts who need to evaluate global balances in the supply and demand of energy, in order to identify physical arbitrage opportunities and manage risk effectively, reliably, and at speed. Vortexa's flow screens provide both a macro and micro level view of historical, live, and future cargo flows, including complex ship-to-ship transfers. You can easily go from analyzing a time series of historical and future imports of diesel into Europe to aggregating the imports by location of origin, followed by drilling down into a specific arrival week to see detailed information on what's being loaded on individual tankers carrying diesel on their way to Europe, where they've loaded from, which port they're heading to, and who's moving the cargo. We've designed an unparalleled user experience, enabling you to analyze any flow based on your objectives and then share your insights across your organization. We are able to make a granular call on every cargo across crude, refined products, LPG, and LNG. Working closely with our clients and partners, we have seen firsthand how valuable our granular grade level predictions are, and so we've made it possible to search and filter cargo flows and voyages down to the exact grade of products. Over 700 grades across crude and refined products are at your fingertips, bringing a new level of detail and transparency to the industry. For crude oil, we show what type of crude is loaded and what field it's being loaded from. On the product side, what specific run specification of gasoline is being loaded on a vessel, or what exact type of blending component is being moved on board. Effectively, we track all liquid hydrocarbons, from the heavier products such as fuel oil and asphalt bitumen, right across the barrel such as gasoline, jet fuel, and gases such as LPG and LNG. All from within one single platform that you can use from the trading floor to the high seas. These capabilities are powered by the processing of thousands of rich data points per second from vastly different data sources, including positional data of vessels, fixtures, and port agent records. In parallel, we run complex prediction and forecasting machine learning models, while coupling their output into a hybrid human-machine data refinement process that provides real-world context to continually train and improve them. In doing so, we are able to model vessel destinations, including spotting meaningful diversions, estimated time of arrivals, and the cargoes on board, including the quantity, product, and grade. Effectively, we're creating a real-time story of what's happening now and what's going to happen on the water. It's fascinating to see how our clients and partners are using energy flows analytics to uncover valuable insights and tradable indicators to drive new opportunities and get ahead of the competition. With Vortexa, they are able to augment their capacity to shed light on key questions, such as, will Europe manage to forego Russian diesel imports given changing demand? Are key refining hubs showing a strong reaction to price incentives? Or where are clean product exports from India heading to amidst stronger arbitrage opportunities? Let's move beyond physical flows and focus next on financial traders. Energy markets are highly competitive and trading opportunities come and go at speed. Success depends on moving fast and on the fundamental understanding of what is about to happen in the physical supply and demand of energy. Trades ultimately succeed based on the quality and timing of the tradable insights these traders have access to. Vortexa's inventory analytics platform provides weekly coverage of crude storage levels in onshore tanks, combined with real-time offshore floating storage metrics across the barrel. Onshore and offshore inventory data plays an important part in understanding where oversupply or undersupply is happening the fastest and where supplies could re-enter the market, providing critical intelligence to our clients to help them better predict price direction and waterborne flows. Until recently, onshore crude storage data has been hard to come by on a timely, global, and trustworthy basis. At Vortexa, we've been able to leverage synthetic aperture radar satellite imagery to monitor floating roof tanks in nearly all conditions, and infrared imagery via drones to measure fixed roof tanks at Cushing, Oklahoma. In total, we monitor over 6.5 billion barrels of crude oil storage onshore across 112 countries and provide the capability to analyze data by location, owner, tank type, covering strategic petroleum reserves, refineries, and commercial tanks, alongside Vortexa's proprietary confidence levels. Working closely with our clients and in-house industry experts, we've seen firsthand how analysis of onshore inventory changes can differ by team and objective. So with inventory analytics, traders and analysts can create dashboards with customized locations of interest, data aggregations, and filter criteria. Analysis can be focused on outright storage levels, tank utilization, or daily stock changes, enabling our clients to establish a market view and position themselves accordingly. Crude inventory levels in Cushing are well known to directly influence the futures market. Vortexa's Cushing data has market-leading correlation with the United States Department of Energy weekly statistics and is available 2 days before the official EIA number is published, empowering financial traders to operate more tactically as future positions can be placed well in advance of the Department of Energy release, when reported storage levels will lead to a significant change in futures prices. This provides a vital tactical head start, as it allows them to draw on invaluable market insights to inform them whether to buy dips or sell rallies and maximize the profitability of short-term trades. Together, we continue to unearth opportunities for our clients and partners reliably, at speed, and with a frictionless experience, supporting them to get ahead of the competition and gain a complete picture of this rapidly changing and ever-evolving ecosystem.
What we've shown you just now would have been considered science fiction just a few years ago. Who could imagine that we would be able to know in real time what's inside nearly every tanker up to the grade level? And in aggregate, how much energy product is going from anywhere to anywhere in the world? How much oil is in transit on land and in floating storage? It was really hard to imagine then, yet this is exactly what we have today, leading to much better decisions in both the financial as well as the physical energy trading markets. In talking about physical energy trading, freight is often what makes or breaks a trade, the key for a successful arbitrage. So at Vortexa, we have decided to use our market expertise and deep technology to take freight analytics to a completely new level.
I'll start off by saying that building a product is like building a house. You need a list of supplies. You need to start with a good foundation, meaning preferably the first floor and not the roof. In the case of freight markets, it was extremely exciting and rewarding building the product and launching it last summer. We already had the supplies in the form of the incredible amount of data that exists in the market, ranging from AIS data to fixtures, as well as all the foundational work we had accomplished around flows in the form of cargo data. Where we really found ourselves at a tipping point was that we were able to rely on more than just building with our hands. In this case, we were able to rely on the quantum leaps in technology in the last decade to create our own proprietary models to build these foundations and walls at an unprecedented speed and scale. Take our latest freight product release, the Vortexa Freight API and SDK, for example. I used to sit in the same chair as freight analysts and charterers, having to piece together an array of information from a multitude of different sources. And as much as I wished I could automate some tasks, it remained cumbersome and time-consuming. We at Vortexa started off by tracking more than 12,000 energy carriers and then making a call on every cargo carried, laying the right foundations in place to take it to the next level. By that, I mean being able to display the data in its most relevant and granular form for freight market participants, such as charterers and ship owners, and that is our voyage events view. Meaning for each voyage of a vessel, you're now able to clearly see the activity and status from start to finish of its laden and ballast legs. For more than 12,000 energy carriers, that equates to close to 320,000 voyages a year, displayed in a clear and complete view for our chartering users. This is where the possibilities to slice and dice that data and build one's own customized view of real-time information in freight markets become limitless. How can we measure tanker demand in real time? Traditionally, analysts use ton miles, a measure of volume times distance, but ton miles only reflect the vessels that have already loaded and are currently in their laden leg. Now with our voyages dataset, for example, you're able to add all the vessels ballasting to your port or region of origin on top of ton miles, which provide a much better view of actual demand dynamics. Being able to accurately reflect where the ballasting vessels are headed concurrently with the view of the vessels already laden. This allows, for example, a ship owner to solve the supply side of the equation, as well as being able to shine a light on the forward fleet distribution, accurately measuring how vessel counts will change across regions for their markets of interest. Let's not underestimate a key use case for our clients and partners, which is allowing to track what one's competition is doing, because ultimately that's what this is about, no? One sentence I've often heard in our industry is that freight is all about timing. As a charterer, you've got to time your entry to market when you'll be putting your cargo out there and trying to find cover for it to get the lowest cost. On the flip side, as a ship owner, you've got to know when and where you'll be ballasting, where you'll be competing essentially to get the highest revenue possible. This is where Vortexa's vessel availability data comes in. It does exactly as the name suggests. By setting a few filters with your port of loading or shipping region, your desired cargo on board, and your preferred laycan or ranges of laycan, allows you to accurately assess exactly how many vessels could make good candidates for your cargo, or how many vessels you'd be up against as a ship owner. That becomes extremely valuable for your operations, because you can now decide on the best timing possible for your own requirements. And I'll emphasize this again, but you can do it at speed and at scale in a matter of clicks, only having to set your preferred filters before the data is displayed right in front of you through our platform or into your spreadsheet or systems if you're using our API. Where does Vortexa's truly unique edge come in here? We've been able to harness the computing power of our modeling capabilities to accurately calculate where every single vessel in the world could have been since 2016. And that is across all vessel classes and for every port of loading in the world. Now that is truly key, because not only are you able to nail that you'll have potentially, say, 6 vessel candidates to choose from, and then approach your broker to validate that data and get to work on reaching out to the owners. But you're now able to know whether 6 is actually a high number or not versus yesterday, last week, last month. You're putting that data in a historical context, and that allows you to infer what might happen when it comes to freight rates, for example, with all else remaining equal. Which leads us to the final freight innovation I want to share with you today, the one which we are probably most excited about, our freight pricing with Outlook. The shipping industry helps address a vital need for a global economy, to move commodities at scale, and in our case, energy. Energy to power businesses as well as our homes, energy to power the agricultural industry that puts foods on our table. And this is why I turn back to our house analogy. Being able to innovate by combining troves of data with unique proprietary modeling capabilities to answer the market fundamentals equation are already tremendous achievements, but they were only the foundations and the walls for us and our clients and partners. The final stage of construction, the roof that will bind everything together, is the increased transparency when it comes to pricing and the future direction of price. Within the Vortexa universe, you now have access to freight prices across the major benchmark routes in dirty and clean tanker markets, as well as LPG. We've juxtaposed that data with our vessel availability data on one hand and tanker demand proxies on the other, powered by a Voyages dataset. The combination of demand and supply indicators with price gives any of our users a complete picture of what is going on in the market today for their preferred route. Did we stop there? Of course not. We took our freight pricing offering and used our forward-looking data to model a pricing outlook. Now, not only are you able to see weather prices and why that could be the case, but you're also able to see how the fundamentals are changing in real time and how that change impacts price. It's a crystal ball powered by real-time data as well as highlighted confidence indicators for each route. Now you can see how many vessels are identified as available for your laycan, as well as the latest fixtures displayed there. You've also got the last assessed price for the route. More crucially, you can see that in the next 2 and 3 days, both Vortexa price outlooks reflect a high confidence that the market will be softer. You now know you don't have to rush to find a vessel for your cargo today, or on the contrary, you know you can be competitive today to get the best rates before the market falls later during the week. You save money and/or ensured you earn more than if you would have waited 2 to 3 days. The 3 innovations today are but a glimpse into our incredible product portfolio and how we've diligently focused on building the foundations with our data, our technology, and our market expertise in order to be able to bring you today unparalleled capabilities for your everyday workflow to get ahead of the competition and, more importantly, stay there.
What you have seen today is just scratching the surface of what's possible. There's so much more for you to discover and for us to do together. Vortexa is creating significant value for our clients and partners, bringing them an unparalleled trading edge in physical and financial markets. We're super excited to build the future of energy markets with you. Thank you very much for joining our Global Customer Day, and see you soon.